Retro Rob's Daily Videos.
Hey, Rob here, and what I've got with me today is something I picked up at Amazon. Right there. It is something kind of weird. It's a device by AtGames. It's basically a arcade stick that was sanctioned by Sega that contains several Sega games, but it also has an SD card reader. I think they did the same thing with the Fire Core, the little portable player that they did a couple years back. But this particular one is like a full-fledged arcade stick that plugs into your plugs right into your screen, and then you play it from there. I've heard some weird stuff about this. I've heard that it'll play SNES games as well if you put them on an SD, and we'll test that out. But first, I suppose we should get it out of the Amazon packaging. Now, for those of you who do not know about how cheap Amazon packaging is, it's actually very unsound, believe it or not. And if it goes more than like 7 feet in the air, it just literally will disintegrate and leave your package completely unprotected. It only survives in planes because those are pressurized cabins. So the pressure of just 7 feet up in the air will cause this to completely disintegrate and leave your item bare to the world. So let's test this out. Let's try it. I'm going to just flip it right up there, and we'll see how that works. Whoa! Yeah, it worked. So anyway, here is the front of the box. I'm going to try and not have my mug in here the entire time. The top of the box actually seems to have some information on it about what the buttons do. I'll pull that up a little bit later. Right side box. Left side box is lame. Top of box is lame. Back of box shows what games are available on it, which looks like a pretty nice list. Virtua Fighter's on there too as well, which I think that's a new ad. So is Vector Man 2 and Vector Man. As far as I recall, some of these showed up in some of the earlier compilations like Alex Kidd, Alien Storm. Altered Beast was in one. Arrow Flash I don't remember, but it could have been. Chakan, I think it was. Comic Zone, I don't remember that one showing up, but Columns and Columns 3 both did. Crackdown, totally not the Xbox game. Eternal Champions, I think that showed up too. Flicky, Gain Ground, Gangrene. Golden Axe 3, which I don't think was released in the US. I think that was only released in Japan. Jewel Master, Kid Chameleon, saw that one before. Streets of Rage, Streets of Rage 2, Shinobi 3, Shadow Dancer, Sonic Spinball, I don't think that one showed up before. Sonic 3D Blast, don't think that one showed up. The Ooze, played that one actually on one of our videos. Vector Man 2, and Virtua Fighter 2. So that's quite the list. Let's go take a look at what's inside the box. What do you get with it? And then I think we'll plug it in and play some. There we go, much better. Alright, so here we have the box. I have shown you all the sides of the box to prove it indeed does have several sides. In case that was a question that you had about it. Alright, here we go. Let's take a look here. No. I guess we pull the whole thing out as a unit. It's very well packaged. Oh, yeah. Very nice for an AtGames product. There's Sonic the Hedgehog. That's some Golden Axe characters, as I recall. And then we got a little bit of Virtua Fighter action going on. Oops, sorry. Let's center that. There is a protective plastic that is on top. And it looks like that needs to be peeled off because it is bubbled over here. That's fine. That is exactly why they put protective plastic on. It looks like a pain to get off. There we go. Oh, nice. It goes like right under the controller. There we go. Out of there. OCD, can't let it be. All right, there we go. Much better. Yeah, it looks very nice. This deck is very shiny. Is it prone to fingerprints? Not really. And believe me, if somebody does, thanks Siri, shut up. Sorry about that, Siri. I just blame Siri. That was the echo going off, giving me an echo, if you will. All right. So anyway, buttons feel okay. There's definitely a good click to them. They feel a little light. The panel itself feels pretty good though. It feels very solid. The stick is really quite good. There's a positive click in each direction. I believe this is like the start. Yeah, power on right here, and that is not a momentary switch. That is a push switch. There is a start and a select button. This is where the power lead goes. I'll unbox that in a second. Not that it's very exciting. It does not have stereo output. Sorry about that. It does not have stereo output. That's something to note. So even though the Sega Genesis did have stereo output, this device does not. It is completely mono. Right there is the SD card slot for putting in new games. So I don't know if they plan to release like other selections of games, but the reality is you can run ROMs off of this for sure. I've seen that on YouTube. The bottom is made out of metal. I believe it's painted white. It might be silver. It's hard to really tell in this light, but I think it's painted white. Rubber feet. They got a little bit of grippage to them. Keeps on the table reasonably well. However, as you can see, I'm walking a little bit. This isn't the slipperiest of tables, so there's some walk. That said, most of the time you're probably going to have this on your lap. And then here, of course, is the leads, which is, I don't know how to feel about this. Looks pretty standard. Looks like a pretty standard adapter to me, so you could probably substitute it fairly easily if this one broke. That obviously, oops, sorry, plugs in right there. Didn't mean to bump you over. And there we go. That is the device. I suppose we should probably plug it in and play it, huh? Just a minute. Alright, so here we are with the Arcade Master by AtGames. It is, of course, a Genesis emulator. I'm going to be going through the games that are on the system, but real quick, I want to start right at the beginning with the SD card reading capabilities of this. Menu-wise, by the way, it's up on the joystick to go up, obviously, down to go down, right jumps one menu to the right, and left jumps one menu to the left. Strangely, the select is the start button. It's not that strange, but it feels a little weird because you would think that it should be on one of the fire buttons, but it's not. It's right here. As far as the SD card, it can be formatted pretty much, I believe most FAT formats are handled. If you're having problems, make sure you don't have it formatted as NTFS or something crazy like that. Also, you will need to make a directory called game for your games. Now, what format do these games need to be in? Well, they need to have a .bin extension. It doesn't really seem to make a difference like where you download from though, because you can just take like a .md or any other type of ROM, and you can just basically rename it .bin and it will take it. I know I've downloaded from several different sites and checked out several different formats, and they all seem to just work fine as long as I put .bin. They don't show up without it though. As far as the rumors of it running the SNES software, nah, can put that to bed. Tried several different ones of those, didn't work. 32X, does not work either. And I also tried the CD formats. It didn't work. It did try to load all of them, by the way. If I named them bin, it would try every one. In fact, the 32X ones would show up as 32X games. They just wouldn't load. They just sit there, which is kind of too bad because it would have been really cool if it could have ran them. All right, so we're on our SD card. Let's hit start. I'll just show you what I've got on there. It searches for games. You see that little bit of flicker? Yeah, that's a thing. I've heard other people complain about it. Every game I've tried on it has run. I haven't tried a whole lot, though. This is a few of them. Ghouls and Ghosts runs fine. Wonder Boy and Monster Land runs fine. Gunstar Heroes runs great, thank goodness. We'll just run that one real quick. However, I got a note for you. You're going to see that I got Phantasy Star on there. Yeah, it doesn't save, though. So, at least it doesn't in Wonder Boy and Monster Land. There's no, like, save for it. So, unfortunately, that sucks. That's all I have to say about it, really. But, yeah, unfortunately, no save function. So, no adventure games for this thing. I think you'll probably notice this game's not so bad, but the sound is a little bit off. Maybe a little bit more than a little bit. I don't find it distracting, but I think purists probably will. But as you can see, you know, it plays just like a Genesis. The joystick works really great. It's got a nice clickiness to it. Controls well. No problems there. All the buttons work really well. They've got a nice feel to them. Like I said, the fire buttons could be a little bit less cheap, but they're not bad. They feel nice. What am I doing there? There we go. Hey, there we go. Man, this is a much easier way to defeat this. But as you can see, works pretty good. By the way, if you want to exit a game, there is the menu button right to the left of the start button. Alright, so let's start going through all the games that are in here. And our first game, Alex Kidd. I've done this one before, so we won't spend a lot of time on it. Side-scrolling platformer. It's a good one. Just kind of basic. I think it actually looks a little bit better than it did on those handhelds that I reviewed earlier. And the controls definitely feel just... oh, crap. No! A little bit better. That said, I'm not a better game player on it. Come on. Punch it. Can I punch the cars? No. So, just like real life, punching cars will not help. God, I'm doing terrible. There. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Serious now. You bet your life, sure. Rock, paper, scissors. 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 It's a tie. Let's go rock. Think he'll go paper? Nah, let's go. Ha! Got him. Nice. I did punch a car out. That was awesome. You can punch out a car. I just did this. Winner. Well, I just hit those and they die. Sweet. Alright. Back to the main menu. Alien Storm. This is another good game, too, as I recall. I think we played this at MGC this year. This year being the year 2016. I'm going to turn up the volume a little bit, see if you can hear it now. All right about there. Alien Storm! It should talk. Yeah, fine. Mission 1, save the people. Seriously, is this like all the weapon I have? This is... I need that, don't I? Beat 'em up time. Oh. That's the way buttons should sound, kids. Loud and proud. Alright, back to the main menu here. Enough of that. Altered Beast. A classic game. This actually was one of the reasons why I bought a Genesis originally. It's... No, it really did sound that lousy. Wise from your grave, you wasquy wabbit. I used to play hours of this. It's really not that bad of a game even still. I mean, it's... Oh. It's held up okay. Come on, dog. Yeah. And now... Gonna need that power up. I will say... It plays a little bit slower than I remember it. Now that might be because I'm recording, but I don't think so. Might also be because I was coming off the Nintendo as well. Which was a much slower machine. Alright, enough of that. I don't think you want to watch like an hour of this. There. Arrow Flash! I haven't played this, I don't think. I don't think this is in any of the other ones that I've reviewed either. Which is a little odd. Considering so many of these have been in AtGames handhelds before, or plug and plays before. Well, this isn't... Definitely one of my favorite genres. Yes! Me likey. Thought that might be a boss. You can tell the sound's a little bit off. I can tell that on this game. I mean, even though I haven't played it before, the sound just, it's not quite right. Oop. Alright. I'll come back to that later, though. The Forever Man. This looks good, too, and I haven't played this either. So, I don't think this was in any of the other ones. This bit my lip. Bleed all over the place. Oh, that was sweet. Get this out of my face. Alright, come on. This is way too much intro for me. Oh, yeah, alright, I have played this. More classic gaming here. Again, a wee bit of lag. May or may not be due to the fact that I'm recording it. A little bit of action would be nice. There we go. Oh, come on. Tell me I can double... No, I cannot. Oh, love up. Really? Wait, I can wall jump. Nope. Oh yeah, I can. Oh, that was sweet. Can double jump. There we go. We will not talk of this again. Actually, I used to like columns quite a bit. That said, I think time has probably been less kind to columns than it has many of this particular genre. All right, seriously, repeat this a couple hundred times, and boom, you've basically got it. Bye. You're fired. Columns 3. I said I wasn't going to show you it, but I'm going to show you it because for the sake of being thorough. Revenge of the Columns. Well, this is a little bit different. See, I have this feeling that, yeah. So it's like a versus Columns, like Super Puzzle Fighter, I'm thinking. Yeah, it's a poop on you game. Am I getting crap drops, or is this just like me being crappy at the game? Hard to say, and don't care much. Alright, Comic Zone. Another game that was pretty big when I was a kid, and I didn't play almost any of, and I don't think this is on another compilation by AtGames either. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I've seen this on another one. Nice graphics. When you consider the fact that this was on a Genesis. No, I have not played this before. Oh, you suck! Actually, I suck. Is this a 6-button game? Oh, yeah, it is. Or maybe not. Why have I not played this game sooner? This is so good. Alright. That game was freaking really, really good. Crackdown. $19.95, so that was towards the end of the Genesis life, so it wouldn't have been when I got it. I got it early on. That's probably why I hadn't played that, but man, that was good. Am I supposed to be sneaking? What am I supposed to be doing here? Alright, so that's kind of cool. I think I'm gonna have to read the instructions for that one, though. Next, we've got Eternal Champions. What? I have different clothes on? No! What are you talking about? You just have bad memory of like 1 second ago. This is totally not a completely different day. No. Eternal Champions, I said. Cool intro, in. Yeah. Where the hell did my coffee go? I really don't know. One player. Fight. We will enter a contest. This already looks like way too much commitment for me. There are at least 3 or 4 menu items in a row. Ooh. Yeah, throw them. Uh-oh. Well, I got my butt kicked. Enough of that. Sound was a little bit off, I thought. On to Flicky, which I think we've also played before. That said, I think it's a pretty good game. Rack up a super score. Really? There we go. Oh yeah, you grab the little ducks and try and get them to the exit. Uh-oh. Suckers! Look at that. It's a little bit like Mappy, just a little bit. No, run! I lost a chick. Not too bad. Oh, I played this one before too and didn't think too much of it, as I recall. It's like an action game, but in slow motion. I kill one of my guys, huh? We shall never speak of this again. Golden Axe. Yes, I totally said golden ass. Arcade. Although I should probably be using beginner. Oops. Best quit it. I'm doing terrible. No! I gotta say, this game has not really held up. It's not as good as I remember it, I'm afraid. Oh yeah, I gotta get him. Haha! So I recall you could steal those little things. Oh, except... Yes! I can now kick your butt with freaky little bird thing. Like medieval Grand Theft Auto. Enough of that crap. We're gonna get to play the third game next, so. Golden Axe 3 with bigger golden ass. They're not playing well. I can't see from this side. Alright. Nice intro, though. Ooh, and you unlock characters. I like that. Fortunately, there's text. Oh, I hit that button again. Hit the dang magic button. Aha. Yeah, this one's a little less stiff. Come here, you little bugger. What? There. Give me this other little gnome. There we go. Bird thing looks much better. No, no, no! Alright, I think you get the idea. Jewel Master! Sega! It doesn't say. Once upon a moment in time, there was a kingdom known to all as Mythgard. Mythgard prospered in peace until the first coming of the Demon King, Jardine the Mad. I'm not reading any more of it. Jewel Master. Start. Nice graphics. Strangely, the attack and jump buttons are 1 and 3. So there's a very big spread between them. There we go. That said, you can get a fingy on there. Not too bad. I like the graphics a lot. Looks very nice. Oh, I guess I'm supposed to go up more, huh? Down more? Seriously. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we... Yeah, killer plants. Those things... Those things suck. Well, Ghosts and Goblins it ain't, but it's not bad. Kid Chameleon. This should be good. Oh, that's a nice effect. Controls are nice. I've got a knight's helmet. Ah, sorry about that. I got another knight's helmet. Leap of faith. Feel better if I had a sword or something. Oh, that sucked. Not bad. Not bad. And you got other goodies. Shadow Dancer. So I recall I like this one too. The Secret of Shinobi. Oh, I got a dog with me too. Oh, I'm about to save a person. Look at that. Uh-oh. That was a waste. It's kind of like Russian attack. A son of a... Shinobi. 3. Look, they couldn't license the Sega sound? Is that basically what was going on here? We licensed a bunch of games, but we really just couldn't get that Sega sound right. It's the same button every time. It's like the Neo Geo. Except control-wise, this is much superior to the last game. Oh yeah. I see you. Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Oh. Oh. Why can't I shoot him while he's dancing in? Okay, I'm supposed to jump. Oops. Am I doing any damage to this guy? I don't think so. Oh, I did do some damage to him at the end there. Alright, no. It's gonna be long enough of a video. Hit start. Streets of Rage. Oop, wrong way. Try to block that in a little bit. These days, I'll get something to block that back there. This city was once a happy, peaceful place. Until one day. Well, story of pretty much everything. Guy's name was Axel. Axel! Suffers a little bit from early beat-em-up-itis. At least your guy isn't so slow. Alright. The next game is almost certainly going to be, yeah, a newer version of that. So let's take a look at that one. Streets of Rage 2! It's like the second player thing is taunting me. I could have played Skate. Okay, this is only a 3-button game. Yeah. Shouldn't there be like some food or something around here? Or does my bar go the other way? If I beat up a trash can. Yep, there we go. Imagine this in real life. Like going around beating up trash cans for food. Totally do that at work. Back here. Yeah, bitches get stitches. Yeah. Come on, dude in a raincoat. Obviously his mommy loves him. He's in a raincoat. Or is that a woman in a dress? What is that? Maybe that is a woman in a dress. I don't know. But I've had enough of it. Alright, only a few more left. These are some of the more modern ones that you haven't seen in other games. So here's well, I mean other devices that they have sold. I don't remember Sonic 3D Blast being in any of them. I don't even think I played this. Ooh, nice. And it actually did the Sega. Not as impressed with that. That looks good though. Oops. Oh. I was on the Nintendo, the Super Nintendo by the time this game came out. I was kind of missing out, I think. No! I'm playing terrible. It plays okay with the joystick, but it's more of a gamepad game, I would guess. Looks good, and you know the sound isn't too bad either. Honestly, on this one it's not really that bad. What am I supposed to do here? Well, thank goodness they included the instructions. go. I should just... Something should happen with that ring. Still, pretty nice. Spinball time. I have played this on the Wii Virtual Console before. I'm gonna say there's a little bit of lag to it. It's not bad. It's definitely really playable, but there is just this little bit of lag to it. Nice. Yeah, not bad at all. The Ooze. Yeah, we covered this one before too. Weird little game. Oh, did he actually do damage? Come on. There we go. Pretty sure I did better the first time I played that. Vector Man. Look at that. Sign of greatness. Beautiful game. Come on. There we go. Oops. Croaked. You totally died by running out of balls. That is not good. Not good at all. Neither am I at this game. Great graphics, though. Oh, Jesus. I'm horrendous at that, though. Vector Man 2. Vactarder. You know, that said, even though I was not playing well, this game looks and plays great. I mean, it is just a beautiful game. And it plays really well. The controls are really nice. Even though they're probably meant for the gamepad, they work really well with this. It's really just me being distracted. What game is it where you spend like the beginning of it dropping into your level? Is that like Yoshi's? That one of the first Yoshi games on the Nintendo DS did that. I think it's a neat way to introduce a game. Don't even know what I died of there. A little bit dark. Oh. I think the sound on this one's a little bit off. Quite nice. Alright, finally, Virtua Fighter 2, which is, I think is like the star of the system. At least it's on the cover. Well, one of the characters from it. Of course, arcade mode. Now, I have played this on the Saturn. I'm pretty sure the characters were bigger. Oh, I'm just getting trounced, though. Yeah, the sound's pretty messed up. If you can hear that, it's like really... really struggling with the sound on this game. Oop. And the controls are definitely a little bit slow on this, although I think they were slow on the original, but you know, playing this on the Saturn, I do not think it played this rough. Oh, ouch. I'm gonna get my butt kicked. How does it feel getting your butt kicked by a girl? I've been married over 20 years. I get my butt kicked by a girl every day, thank you. Nice. Oh, man. All right. That's enough of that. All right. So what do I think of this thing? Why don't I go full screen a minute here? All right, let's add it up on this thing. I think AtGames did a pretty good job on the Arcade Master. I think the unit's solidly constructed. It feels pretty good. I like the fact they threw some metal onto the back of this to give it some weight. It doesn't feel cheap. It isn't thin, cheap plastic. The only exception to the really high quality is the buttons. They're not like low quality, super cheap buttons, but they're not as high a quality as the joystick feels or the rest of the unit. So it's a little bit less well constructed than the rest of the unit. That said, I think they're durable. I don't think anything on here is going to break. It actually feels really quite nice, and I think it looks just wonderful. Kind of wish they would have used colored buttons here, huh? That'd be a good little project for me when I get bored one of these days, if I ever get some time. The included games are great. I think it's got a really good selection of games. Emulation's a little bit questionable on some of them, but overall, I thought it was pretty good. I'll get on that in a second, too. I love the fact they include an SD card. You know, it's something you don't necessarily have to do, but when they do include it, man, this makes such a difference because the replayability on this unit goes way up. You could be playing this for years and just keep going through the Genesis collection and really enjoy yourself. It's weird that officially sanctioned stuff has an SD card on it. This is so strange, and something Nintendo definitely won't be doing with their upcoming unit. Some of the negatives are, I mean, obviously sound. This sucker is indeed mono. Wait, where's the cable? Yeah. It has a mono out, and of course the original Genesis was stereo. Given the quality of the sound that comes out of the Firecore emulation system, not such a big deal. Most of the games, like I'd say 75% of the games, I thought the sound was okay to pretty good, but there is a small amount of games on this where you can really notice it. You know, you'll notice it in the last segment too. Sometimes the sound's really off or it's choppy, so that is a negative. So if you're like a huge audiophile, this might not be the unit for you. Also, another thing, this thing is just begging for you to play it multiplayer, and unfortunately, there's no ports for putting in multiplayer. I didn't get a chance to check if there's a hack to put a second port in, but boy, if any system asked for a second player port, this is one. I mean, it's so great. It's such a great thing to bring over to your friend's house and show them, hey, look at this thing. And if it had a second joystick, you could have a few beers and play it all afternoon. It'd be really wonderful. Unfortunately, it's missing. So that is a big deal. That said, look, I paid $35 for this new in a box. I think that easily it's a solid little plug and play for $35. I think they did a good job on it, and you can relive Sega's glory days without spending a bundle because, the games themselves cost a whole lot. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. I'm going to give it a thumbs up. Not perfect, but darn solid. All right, thank you very much for watching this review. I really appreciate all the thumbs ups and all those other things. Do me a favor, if you did enjoy it, do thumbs up and subscribe for more. See you next time.
Retro Rocks Gaming Videos.